Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on a Saturday, and hope your weekend is off to a great start. Today we're looking at a whole bunch of different stories. We're going to do a quick follow-up to the Samsung Galaxy S10 news that we touched on yesterday. There's this article here that's talking about how Cardano is linked to that, at least indirectly. We're looking at a victory for Tron because BitGo is ready to support it. We have, as always, different takes by different analysts in the market that are saying that, long term, whether we go down, whether we go up from here in terms of the price of Bitcoin, long term things are looking pretty good. Spencer Bogart is coming out and attesting to that, saying it's a good time to buy Bitcoin. John McAfee has provided us with an update as to his prediction for $1 million Bitcoin by the end of 2020. But let's begin here on altcoinbuzz.io with this update to Bitconnect. Yes, the Bitconnect Ponzi scheme. We haven't talked about that in a long time, but as per Rommel here, the FBI is now seeking victims of that particular scheme. So the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the US is reaching out to help investors who fell for the Bitconnect Ponzi scheme and their initial coin offering. This ICO dates back all the way to November of 2016. As we all know, Bitconnect faced its demise after the US state-level securities regulators issued public letters warning investors of the Ponzi scheme nature of Bitconnect and the processes that investors participated in on their site. So the Cleveland FBI have opened up a questionnaire to help catalog individuals who were victims to the Bitconnect ICO and scam. You can check out the link here. If this is something that for whatever reason affected you, if this is something that if you're in a situation where you could help this investigation along with your insights, with your personal experience, whatever it is that you may be able to share, you may want to do so. So click the link here. It's available in this article and you'd be helping out this investigation, which I think it seems is a good one. I'm kind of surprised that the FBI is getting involved, to be honest, but nevertheless, that is the update. You can also read about it on ambcrypto.com. Bitconnect back under the FBI's radar after Bureau solicits new information from Ponzi scheme victims. And here on Coindesk.com, as a follow-up to the news that we covered yesterday, hands-on preview of Samsung's Galaxy S10 phone reveals new crypto details. Of course, it was rumored, and we've discussed this, that the new Galaxy S10 may include hardware crypto wallet features. The first official specs of the phone were announced in the US on Wednesday of this last week, but only brief mention was made of the phone's ability to store cryptocurrency private keys. However, in a piece for Coindesk Korea, Park Gwen-mo managed to review the device at Samsung's flagship D-Lite store in Seocho-gu, Seoul, where the tech giant often first showcases its latest products. So as this image shows, it broadly allows three features. Number one, payments to merchants. Number two, digital signatures and crypto storage and transfers. The full list of possible uses reads: secure distribution of data, insurance and contract verification, content copyright management, direct sharing of content, in-game goods ownership, digital asset management, and transactions. For more information, including security features of the phone, you can read the rest of this article. But it looks like this is going to be a pretty stable strategy and a pretty stable feature, at least in some form or another, for Samsung going forward. We talked about the fact that Exodus 1, the HTC Exodus 1 phone, was the first on the scene. But guys, there are tens of millions of Samsung smartphone users. So this is really going to be that critical wave if and when this does sweep the mainstream. So pretty good news as far as I'm concerned. Even if nobody uses the hardware features, the private key features, even if nobody uses them directly, the fact that this is still engineered into the phone will get people talking. You can also read here on nulltx.com about Cardano's price and how it holds its own at 4.5 cents as Galaxy S10 support rumors continue to spread. And in some quick news here by Licia on altcoinbuzz.io, we have a victory for Tron. BitGo is ready to support it. So BitGo is a US crypto custody service, and it's feeling benevolent toward Tron. In a press release, it announced that it is ready to provide wallet and custody support for the altcoin. According to the release, Bitcoin will add support for Tron this year, and Tron will be listed together with over 100 other digital currencies. With Justin Sun as the CEO, of course, Tron is always up up to something, and there is a lot more going on in that ecosystem, not to mention all the recent-ish developments with BitTorrent and the BitTorrent token. If you want to read more about how Tron is seizing the moment, do be sure to check out the rest of Licia's article here and let us know what you think about this so-called victory for Tron. So, as I said the other day, analysts are now coming out of the woodwork because we've had some positive price action. We have a market that is performing relatively well, and it seems to be maintaining this position at around $4,000. There hasn't been an outright rejection at this price level yet. We're still kind of flirting with it. We're still teetering on that edge. So as you know, can be expected, all kinds of people are coming out with their opinions, with their analysis, and with their predictions. Here we are on EthereumWorldNews.com. Whether you bought Bitcoin at $1,800 or $3,000 won't matter in 5 years, according to a crypto analyst. And you have all these people like the John McAfees of the world that say it's going to be worth millions of dollars one day. So does it really matter whether you're buying at one price or another when things are still relatively cheap? And don't forget, people were scrambling to buy Bitcoin when it was $10,000, $15,000, $19,000. There was a desperation to buy Bitcoin. But now that it's hit $3,000, $4,000, there's this malaise that for whatever reason, people don't buy low and sell high. They do the opposite. And everybody knows that intrinsically that's how to do it. And yet we do the opposite. We're scrambling to buy at the high prices and we're selling off at the low prices. You got to fight that intuition of yours. And that's not financial advice, but in this author's opinion, it's a good idea to dollar cost average in, because that's going to be the strategy that allows you to minimize your regrets and to be unemotional and disciplined about your investing. So they say that it doesn't matter whether you buy your Bitcoin at $1,800 or $3,000 or any other figure in this range in 3 to 5 years. The analyst in question is Josh Rager, an industry personality and technical analyst that has garnered tens of thousands of followers on Twitter. Basically, the argument is this: after you retrace 85%, what's another 5 to 7% drop compared to how low the market has already dropped? I think that's a good point. $1,800 to $3,000 Bitcoin won't matter in 3 to 5 years. Similarly, and on the same website here, we have Pantera Capital. They say that crypto winter has gone on plenty long and Bitcoin is now deviating from its fundamentals. The so-called crypto winter has brought pain to this industry for a tad over a year now, since late 2017 and early 2018. As we all know, the value of Bitcoin has struggled. But Pantera Capital claims that while prices have fallen across the board, fundamentals remain relatively strong. They are headed up by Dan Moorhead, and the group recently issued their February letter touching on what its expectations are for this nascent space moving forward. So as per Pantera Capital, we graphed the 2013 cycle over the current one for a visual comparison. The past does not predict the future, but this bear market has gone on plenty long. That's a very interesting visual right there. Not exactly one-to-one, but you can see the similarities. Pantera's recent letter comes after CoinDesk reports that the company has secured $125 million for a $175 million fund, slated to close its funding round in March. Citing a partner from Pantera, the outlet claims that the 9-digit sum has been derived from high net worth individuals, family offices, and others that could move money quickly. So they say it's a great time to be investing. I think we have an opportunity here to be investing in companies with good valuations and great teams that will be around a long time. Spencer Bogart is also spreading more positivity. Quote, now is a good time to buy Bitcoin. Spencer Bogart, I think now is a very good time to buy. Is it the absolute bottom? Not sure, but as per the other quote that we saw earlier, does it really matter if it's the absolute bottom, if it fluctuates another 5 to 7%? Hopefully not more, but does it really matter if you have a long-term investment horizon? In an interview with Bloomberg Television, Spencer Bogart, a partner at Blockchain Capital, says that he thinks, quote, now is a good time to buy Bitcoin. He said, quote, Bitcoin never left. It has always been here. So is it back? It definitely is. Are we ready to see new all-time highs? Probably not yet. I still feel there are a few more regulatory shoes to drop. When asked if Bitcoin has bottomed, Bogart said, quote, I think now is a very good time to buy. Is this the absolute bottom? Not sure. It is possible. If you want to check out the extended interview that Bogart did, again, with Bloomberg, it's available and linked to in this article here. And coming out of the woodwork, furthermore, we have John McAfee, who thinks Bitcoin will hit $1 million in less than 2 years. So he's come back out and I guess doubled down on his original predictions in a tweet recently. So while there are many well-known figures in the cryptocurrency space that have either stopped giving price predictions or backed away from giving concrete predictions, John McAfee is doubling down, believing that Bitcoin will hit $1 million within 2 years. So if you want to take a look at the prediction itself, I don't like spending too much time on John McAfee lately, you guys. I know that many of you do not have the most favorable opinion of him. But just taking a look at his tweet here from the 21st of February, so a couple of days ago. People are waking up to the fact that Bitcoin will be $1 million. But when? Someday, maybe 5 years, within a decade. I'm the only one giving you a hard date, by December 31st, 2020. Personally, I think it's 99% certain that Bitcoin will be worth $1 million one day, but that includes like a time horizon of decades from now. So I think that's almost an absolute certainty. Is John McAfee going to be correct? Because we all know the stakes are pretty high. He's wagered quite a bit here, and if he's wrong, it's going to be interesting. I don't know myself if we're going to get to $1 million in that window that's less than 2 years away. But let's see. If you want to read more about Mr. McAfee and his exploits, last time we checked in on him, he was fleeing the US while simultaneously running for president somehow. But you can read more about him here if you so choose. With that, everybody, do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Our website, is altcoinbuzz.io. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it. Our last couple of videos are right about here for you to check out as well. I wish you only the very best if you choose to invest on this Saturday, but have a great weekend, everybody. We do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.